Steve Wilkos has been a Marine and a police officer. Maybe you remember him as head of security on the Jerry Springer Show. But for the past 4 years now, he's taken on the role as talk show host.
Steve Wilkos joins us live to talk about his show, which is seen, by the way, right here on KMPH Fox 26 every day at 3 o'clock. Steve, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well, why did you become a TV host? Well,
NBC kind of told me I was going to be one. I was having a lot of fun on the Springer Show, and one day they just came to me and said, we're giving you your own show. And I was a little bit terrified, but now in my 5th season, I'm really enjoying it.
So you get a show. Do you get to decide, or did you get to decide exactly how you wanted to make it, and what kind of themes?
Well, listen, I'm not a talented guy. I'm not an entertainer, so we certainly had to play to my strengths. And I think I was a very effective Chicago policeman. And we said the only way for this to work is for me to be who I am. Mm-hmm. And so we really have done the show in a policeman type of format. And I think that's why the show has been successful.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good point. You pick on your strengths and, and emphasize them. Now, you have developed, shall we say, a cult-like following over the years, especially when you were on with Jerry. How did that develop?
It's funny. I meet people in their 20s, and they're like, yeah, when I was 8 years old, I'd watch you on the Springer Show. And I'm like, well, I've been on TV a long time. The Springer Show was really a crazy phenomenon there in the late 90s. The show was, was doing okay, but for a while there, when it became the #1 show on TV, beating Oprah Winfrey, it was just a crazy, crazy time. And to launch myself, I mean, here Jerry was the star of the show, and people really took a following to me, and it was just a great experience to, I mean, Jerry at one time was so popular, it was like being with Elvis Presley. People chased him down the street and rocking the car, and it was some crazy times, but it was really fun.
Did he give you any advice for your show?
Jerry, he just said, you know what, Steve, go out there, just be who you are. Don't do the things I do. Don't try to be anybody else. Just really good advice, because if first of all, if we would have tried to, duplicate the Jerry Springer Show, I wouldn't have a show today. I'd have been off the air. So Jerry's just been very supportive of me. We're still great friends. My wife is his executive producer. She's also mine. So we still get together a couple times a month. We go out for dinner, and Jerry's just been great. He's a great friend and a great supporter.
Are you a police officer, combo psychiatrist on the show?
Well, I'm not smart enough to be a psychologist, but I definitely am a police officer on my show.
Hey, you said that your wife is your executive producer.
Yes, she is.
Is that difficult sometimes? She's telling you, this is what you should do, Steve.
She's the boss at home, so it really doesn't make a difference being at work. So she's just a tremendous wife and a great executive producer, and she's doing a great job at the Springer Show. And I mean, really, to her credit, she goes from producing the Wild Crazy Circus to the hard-hitting show that we do on my show. So very talented woman.
Is that how you met? Was through Jerry?
She walked out on the Springer stage, and I said, if that's not a man, I'm going to marry that girl.
Well,
that's a great
good for
line.
you. I'm glad she turned out to be a woman. Hey, Steve, thanks a lot for joining us.
No more than me.
Have great success with yet another great year.
Thank you.
The Steve Wilkos Show airs Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock right here on KMPH. It also airs at 1 o'clock on our sister station, K-Free CW 59.